under your head, right before you will go to bed. For if you do, maybe you'll see something interesting in your dreams. Then tell us about it the next day.
Books under your pillow doesn't work. It's stupid. You're imagining things again. I'll just sit here and watch you play pretend as usual.
I put the Tower of Alchemy under my pillow last night, and I dreamed that my mother was living in a nice, beautiful home, happy, and without a care. And she left me with a bunch of birds and animals locked in a cage and left me to feed them. And I was calling her up saying, why did you leave me your animals? Why don't you care about your animals? Why did you starve your animals? And I was mad at her that she was having fun living life while I was stuck taking care of these caged animals. And I went and started feeding the birds, and there was this little, like a hamster, and I was petting it, and it was so sad. There was no water, there was no food, and they were like so sad that they had been forgotten and neglected. So I started feeding them, and then and giving them water, and they were like, oh my gosh. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I don't like to put animals in a cage. That's something my mother did. So I let the birds out. I let the hamster out. I let them run out and fly out, and I fed them. And these two hummingbirds were like sitting on my shoulder, and they were like my friend. And so what happened was I took something that was caged and unfed, like a family curse, and I freed them and I fed them. And then instead of feeling sad that I lost my mother or that my mother was a jerk, I had gained these friends, and these birds were my friend. They like loved me. And so the cages, I wish in my dream I would have just thrown away the cages and burned them and then turned that room into something really beautiful and great, but the entire room was filled with cages. So what does this mean as an allegory or as symbology? In symbology, these are spirit guides or spirits or messengers that my mother was neglecting. She, even in my life, was going to Disney World having fun while I was stuck in a cage like a bird, neglected, unfed. Likewise, these are passed down family traits that I had to heal because of my mother and my father. So deciding to let these animals free or set these animals free was something that was my power, that I had the power to do. I had the power to set what was caging and starving a power from within me. And that power is to turn evil into good, to take what is being starved and neglected and not only feed them and water them.
That dream had nothing to do with that book.
Yes, it is, Grumpy
Make
Bear.
yourself up again.
Yes, it is significant, Grumpy Bear. Yes, it is about the Tower of Alchemy.
Well,
Tangled ran away from the tower. She was caged like a bird.
I'll just sit here on the bed
Yes,
then.
it is. He just wants to argue. That's his power.